So, you saw the title of the video? Now I'm gonna rate them. Due date, 8.7 out of 10. This is probably like a high score to start on, I know that, but this movie has a special place in my heart because it's kind of what gave me this whole movie itch. It's the reason I watched 30 plus movies in a month. It's exactly the kind of comedy movie you would expect from Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr. And who doesn't love both of these guys? Especially Robert Downey Jr. He's great. As long as you don't bring up Chris Pratt around him. The other guys, 7.2 out of 10. It's just a solid comedy. It's a Will Ferrell comedy. And also Mark Wahlberg is there. If you like Will Ferrell's style of comedy, then this is great. And then, you know, Mark Wahlberg's accent is really fun to listen to. So, Win It All, 8.4 out of 10. This was like a weirdly good movie. It had Jake Johnson in it. It didn't have Jake Johnson. It has... Jake Johnson is the main character. The main character is still Jake Johnson. Okay. Nick from New Girl. You know, this movie I thought was going to be a comedy because, well, Netflix put it in the comedy section of their... It's in the comedy section. And it is funny. Like, there's jokes between characters. But wow, it is... It is sad. Like, it pulls at the heartstrings. It makes you care about the characters. Which, if a movie can do that, it's pretty good. And I gave it an 8.4 out of 10. So, I mean, like, that's a high score. I mean, maybe it isn't because it's like my scale. An 8.4, maybe that's not that great. It's a good movie, but just know you'll feel a little bit broken after it's done because it makes you care about people that you don't even know. And actually, they don't even exist because they're characters. Wow. Safety Not Guaranteed, 8.1 out of 10. This is just a really cute movie. It has Aubrey Plaza as the main character and Jake Johnson is also a main character? Okay, I just really like Jake Johnson, I guess. Which is true, I do. He's a good fella. I like him. It's a really cute movie. It's creepy at times, yeah, but it's cute. Which is also a really... I feel like that's how some people might describe me. No one would call me cute. Never mind. The Lovebirds, 7.2 out of 10. Kumail Nanjiani and Issa Rae are in this. Okay, I didn't know this was just me telling you who's in movies. It's funny, it's a comedy mystery. If you like comedy, this is a good one. It's cute at times too, is what I'm finding. It's not what I'm finding, I found. I already watched the movie. It's been... Okay. The Long Dumb Road, 7.6 out of 10. I really like this movie, yet it earned a 7.6. No, it's a really good movie. I feel uncomfortable putting it like anything above 8. And I've already put some movies above 8. Okay, wait, no, can I rescore? No, I'm not going to rescore. That's against the rules. There's no rules. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I should have scripted this video. No, this is good. It reminds me of my old videos where I just went in with no plan. You're probably like, oh, he has a plan now for those videos today? That's after a plan? Yeah, I know. It's... What even is this? Okay, The Long Dumb Road. It's really funny. It gets really awkward because it deals with many insecurities that people have and many flaws in human character by the end of the movie. And if you relate to any of those, it kind of makes you look inwardly and you realize, you know, maybe I'm a flawed individual myself. And then it kind of brings out this gross mental path that you don't want to go down, but it's all veiled behind humor. So it doesn't feel as bad. It's much more consumable, you know? I don't know what I just said. It's a funny movie. I would watch it. The Wrong Missy, 3.7 out of 10. This movie, god fucking... It's a good movie. No, wow, okay. I give it a 3.7 out of 10. I'm like, no, it's good. It's a good movie. It's like when someone insults like the worst player on your team, and then you're like, no, they're good. They're the worst, yeah, but I mean, they're still good, you know? Everyone has redeeming qualities, okay? Just sometimes people have a lot more unredeemable qualities. Is unredeemable a word, right? Yeah. Unredeemable is like a fast pass at Disneyland. After the hours run out, then it's unredeemable, right? But the workers are like super nice, so they still let you through. What movie am I talking about? The Wrong Missy, right. This is David Spade. It's funny, it's awkward, it's uncomfortable at times, but in the end, you're like, I'm glad I watched that. I'm never gonna do it again, though, you know? It's like going on a run. It's like, you know, that's what's good. I'm glad I can tell people I did that, but I'm never doing that ever again. Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, 7.8 out of 10. Man, I feel bad giving that score because it's like, I feel like it's a classic, right? My friend is the only reason I like decided to watch it, because he was like, you gotta watch all these Will Ferrell movies. And this was the first one I decided to watch. It's like, you have to enjoy Will Ferrell's comedy to like it. This is an extremely quotable movie. Like, there's a lot of quotes now me and my friend bring up because it's a very quotable movie. So, I don't remember what score I gave it. It's like a 7 something. I don't know. If you like Will Ferrell's comedy, you will enjoy Talladega Nights. Actually, if you enjoy Will Ferrell's comedy, you have probably seen this. I'm just late to everything. Ant-Man, 9.3 out of 10. Wow, right? Oh my god, highest score yet. 9.3. Okay. Let me justify this. I feel like all Marvel movies I enjoy because they're just like extremely well done. It's kind of like Disney stuff. There's no way it can be bad unless you put it behind a paywall and it's Mulan. I didn't see Mulan because... Did anyone see Mulan? I feel like anything coming from a big, studio like Marvel or whatever, it just is inherently good. And this one was, but it was also funny. And I really like it because of that. And I like Paul Rudd, So, 9.3 did I say? Wow. Oh my god. Jeez. I... Don't think anything can beat that, right? Ant-Man and the Wasp, 9.4 out of 10. All right, God, well, there we go. Something just beat it. It was a sequel. Usually sequels suck, right? The second one is never as good as the first, unless you're a child, and in that case, it's like way better than the first. I'm a younger brother, by the way. If you did not pick that one up, that's the joke. No, the sequel was really good because I was like, wow, they can do it again, and it can be just as good, if not better. So 9.4. It's really funny. It's a Marvel movie. There we go. Chips, 8.5 out of 10. Just a very solid movie. Funny, real cop humor. Even though, well, I don't know about cops today, but no, they're more like sheriffs, right? So it's not like a real cop. Okay. No, Chips is it's funny. It's funny. It's like a mystery. You're trying to find out who's bad the whole time. Yep. Okay. Shazam, 7.1 out of 10. I feel like it was cool. It was kind of funny. It kind of like is emotional at the end. I feel like orphans would really appreciate it. Okay. That might seem weird, but if you watch the movie, you get what I mean, because they're all in like an orphan home, like where their parents like disappeared, and they're like, oh, now you're all in this home, and because these people like adopted you, and now. So it's like heartfelt with that angle that they're giving these parentless children like a new start, and they all band together and woohoo. Yikes. Oh man, who watches this shit? Oh my god. It's classic superhero movie. 7.1, Game over, man. 3.7 out of 10. It was like unnecessarily like gory. The humor was just... who am I to comment on humor, right? I mean, what have you been listening to? What is this? Probably 5-6 minutes of this shit so far. Game over, man is just like, it's too much, just if you watch the movie, you finish it and you're like, yeah, that was just too much, it's funny, but it's too much. It's too much, man. Benchwarmers 2. I don't even want to rate it out of 10. It just, movie is so shit. Oh my god, this... I watched Benchwarmers when I was younger, and I remember it being a hoot. It was funny. The guy from Napoleon Dynamite was in it, so I was like, that's fun, So when I saw Benchwarmers 2 on Netflix, I was like, oh my god, they made another one? So I watched it. Well, no, I began to watch it. I watched about 17 minutes of it, realized that the next hour or so of my life, I'm gonna wish I could get back. Yet, I just strapped in and stayed and watched the entire movie, even though I knew just 17 minutes in that this is, it was, it's bad. It is just, it's a comedy movie, but the biggest joke is it is just bad. The story is just weird. The acting is like, what is going on? Also, it's Benchwarmers 2, but it doesn't relate to the first movie at all. So how are you going to make a sequel that is just its own movie? The only similarity Benchwarmers and Benchwarmers 2 have are that they both involve baseball at some point, and that's it. I'm like losing like how to speak because I'm thinking back to that movie and the brain cells are ejecting out of here. Oh my god, sorry. Benchwarmers 2, I didn't mean it, but at the same time, holy shit. You suck so bad. And I mean every word. So, Pineapple Express, 7.9 out of 10. It's just like another Seth Rogen Franco movie, if that makes sense. It's good, and I get like it's a popular one, but it's so goddamn weird by the end. I feel like you can describe a lot of Rogen and Franco movies just by saying it was good, it was fun, but just fucking weird when you got to the end. You kind of look inward and you're like, ugh, what the hell is wrong with me? I laughed at that and like I felt good in it. But on the other side, wow, I got like post-movie clarity, you know? Okay. Step Brothers. I'll just put it at 8.5 out of 10. This one's a classic, so I don't want to really fuck with it too hard, you know? This is another one my friend told me to watch. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. It's another one of their movies, and it's really funny. It's really funny. It's solid. It's funny, but you gotta like Will Ferrell's humor if you're gonna sit through it. R.I.P.D. 8.2 out of 10. I'm realizing these are really high scores, but they're all like on my scale, so hopefully you can like gauge from there, you know? R.I.P.D. has Ryan Reynolds. I really like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's funny. I think it's a funny movie. There's some mystery involved. We always love that. Problem solving, but in a recreational way, you know? So, yeah, it's just like a solid movie. I don't think I would watch it again, but I'm glad I watched it once, you know? The visual effects are dope because there's like bad guys that are called deados, and they like morph into these mutants when they like get exposed as deados because they're actually dead, but then they're like walking around the real Earth. And they don't like Thai food. Hangover 3, 9 out of 10. Yeah, that's right. I know, people give them shit for making 3 of them, but I love these movies. They are so good. And I found out I never watched Hangover 3, so I did, finally, and it's good. It's just, I mean, it's just another Hangover movie. That's the thing, I'm sure someone could watch that and be like, 2 out of 10, or 0.7 out of 10. But I like them, so it's like, you know, people shit on the Transformer movies, but I like them, you know? So if you just like something, you know, that's a bias, and you're not as hard on it, you're going to enjoy it no matter what. Like the people that watch my videos on a regular basis, you know, they're not good videos, but, you know, the people that like them, and so they'll watch it no matter what. Actually, they're probably reconsidering it right about now. This Is the End, 4.8 out of 10. I mean, just another Rogen Franco comedy. Actually, it's kind of cool how it explores like the morality and ethics of individual human beings. There's like a little bit of commentary on that, I guess you could say. But besides that, yeah, just another fun Rogen Franco comedy with a lot of visual effects. Tag, 8.6 out of 10. I think it was just a good movie. It was just like it's a good movie. It's funny. It's like well produced. The main characters are cool, you know? The movie is killer, like a Hannibal, and I gotta ham it to them. It was really good, and it's not maybe a first place, but it's a runner up, and I would advise that you watch this movie. Jake Johnson. Spenser Confidential, 7.1 out of 10. This one was good. It was labeled as a comedy, I think, on Netflix, and it was funny, you know, but it was weirdly serious, too. It was like, a little too serious, you know? I was going in for some light reading, light watching, and wow, it kind of punched me in the face and was like, you're gonna feel some things, man. And that sounds like a really weird like doctor's visit, you know? You go in the waiting room, you're gonna do some light reading, and then you go into the doctor, and then they punch you in the face, and they're like, you're gonna feel some things, and they start prodding around. Forgot what movie I was reviewing. Actually, I'm not even reviewing these. If these were reviews, oh my god, I would apologize immediately. But I'm just rating, you know? This doesn't matter. It's a person's opinions. They only matter to a certain amount of people. Actually, some opinions don't matter to anyone. Even the people that say them. They're like, I don't even know if I fully back those. It's a good Mark Wahlberg film. It's kind of a mystery. It's kind of serious. Okay. Keeping Up with the Joneses. 8.9 out of 10. That's right. You know what? It's a good movie. It's well produced. You know, I like Zach Galifianakis and the others, and it's funny. It's really funny, actually. Like, surprisingly funny. It's well produced, you know, it's got that whole thing going where it's like every shot's super nice. You can tell they got some money behind it, you know? You can tell when productions got, you know, a little bit of funding. Like you watch this and you're like, wow, okay, yeah. Someone probably stole from him. There's probably no funding. He's probably in debt. But with this movie, you can tell this is some some high quality shit. If you like, you know, comedy and like a little bit of action, that's the thing. It's pretty action packed. Keeping Up with the Joneses, and I love Zach Galifianakis. Speaking of Zach Galifianakis, Hangover Part II, 9.1 out of 10. That's right, I gave Hangover 3 a 9.0. This gets a 9.1. The closer you get to the original, the better it is. I really like these movies. By the way, all these movies that I'm listing, these are in the order I watched them. So yes, I did watch Hangover 3 and then Hangover 2 like a week later. So, Hangover, do I need to say anything more? It's a good ass movie, 9.1. You disagree with me, and agree to disagree. I think I used that correctly. I don't think I've ever used agree to disagree correctly, but kind of pumped, kind of excited. I did it, kind of how I felt when I took the driving test. I didn't hit a curb, Kind of impressed with myself, kind of excited, Mr. Right, 0.4 out of 10. This fucking... See, literally the recording stopped right when I was about to review it. That cut you just saw, I didn't even edit that. This movie sucks. It was my mother's birthday, we did dinner, we did, desserts, stuff like that, some gift opening, and then we're like, oh, let's watch a funny movie. That's always great to do on a birthday. So we were perusing, searching through Netflix, finding some top quality choices like the B movie, but we were like, no, let's watch a comedy with real life people, where bees aren't voiced by Jerry Seinfeld. I can't believe we're in that universe, that's real. So we saw the trailer for Mr. Right and we were like, well, talk about the Mr. Right choice for us. Yikes, right? Yikes. Oh my god. But yeah, no, this movie sucked. There was literally a point, I think it was like 20 minutes in or something, that something happened. I don't want to spoil it. In case you want to watch. No, I'm going to spoil it. Because if you watch this, you're doing it to yourself. There's a point where Anna Kendrick straight up just catches knives by the blade. And then they keep playing catch with knives. Just knives, the sharp ones. Not that there are dull... No, there can be dull knives. Yeah, that's why you sharpen knives. Yeah. But there is a scene when she just starts catching knives, and I actually out loud... I don't talk during movies. That's like one of my things. I don't look at my phone and talk during movies. I just... It's one of my things. You guys are learning so much about me. Like, wow... He can make a worse video, and here it is. But I don't talk during movies, and that scene happened, and I literally said, oh, come on, really? Because come on. That movie sucked. I don't know what score I gave it, but I bet it was too high. It was like, what, 0.4 or something? No, it doesn't, Movie's ass. Mr. Right? More like, bad movie. Am I right? Okay. The Hangover, 9.7 out of 10. Boom. Highest score, baby. What's up? It doesn't deserve the highest score, but I'm going to give it to it because I feel like that might make someone upset, and I'm here for that. It's just solid. It's really good. I've already seen The Hangover, but because I watched, 3 and 2, I was like, well, we got to watch 1 again, Super solid. You know what The Hangover is? 9.7 out of 10. Highest score. Let's Be Cops, 3.7 out of 10. Man, okay. I went to Davis a couple weeks ago. Sometimes I do that. I came back late one night and I had gotten Jack in the Box. I came down at my desk, sat down. I was really feeling movies because I was still having this movie bug inside me, which I need to get looked at by a doctor because last time I had bugs in me. Internal bleeding. But I had this movie bug, so I didn't want to watch like a YouTube video, so I tried to find like a quick comedy movie, just throw on, I could watch it, eat my Jack in the Box at like 3 a.m. or whatever. So I find Let's Be Cops, it's got Jake Johnson, so what could go wrong? And it's funny, yeah, and I did get home at, 2 a.m. or whatever, but halfway through the movie I fell asleep. So the next day I finished it, and it was good, but like I was on my phone a couple times, which is one of the things I said I don't do. It's a solid comedy, but like, I can literally never watch it again, It's like one of those consumable movies where you do it once and then like never again, Like it's cool, I can talk about it. Like if you watch it, I'm down to have a conversation and be like, hey, so that was mediocre. And then you're like, yeah, of course, So I'm glad I watched it because I would love to have that conversation. But I don't want to watch it ever again. Ted, 8.9 out of 10. I was surprised by Ted. First of all, because he's a talking teddy bear. So he kind of, you know, shocked the world with that shit. But no, I thought this was going to be like a really goofy movie because it's about a teddy bear that comes alive and it's voiced by Seth MacFarlane and it's written by Seth MacFarlane, I think. And Mark Wahlberg is his best friend. So I thought this was going to be like ridiculous, but it's actually like a really solid movie. Like I was invested. Call me a bank because I'm invested. I don't know if that joke works. Call me a day trader because I'm invested and probably going to be broke soon. Really solid comedy. Highly recommend. 8.9 out of 10. Dinner for Schmucks. 7.9 out of 10. I don't want to put it in that 8 range, you know? This is a classic, so I feel like it earned a 7.9 from me. I don't know if it does, but it's kind of ridiculous. It has Steve Carell. It has Paul Rudd. I really enjoyed it. It's funny. It's ridiculous. But if you're into Paul Rudd and Steve Carell, I feel like this is a good one to watch. Also, it's a classic, so I feel like you have to watch it. Who is it a classic? Who is saying that? I don't know. I think I've heard that it's a classic, but I could be wrong. Am I usually ever wrong? Depends who you ask, but since you're asking me, yeah, no, I'm frequently throwing out fallacies. Moana, 9.0 out of 10. Just a solid ass movie, man. It's a dope movie. Okay, I don't need to tell you about the movie because like you understand it's a good movie. You've probably seen it. You watch me, you have good taste. No, you don't. You watch me. You have that taste, so it's not good. So maybe you haven't seen Moana, but if you like me, you probably like the things I like. Nope, that's not true either. I like weird shit. Like I actually think I like Fig Newtons. No one likes Fig Newtons. They fucking suck, but I like them. You know? Wait, how did they suck? Oh, I know that they suck. I just know that I also like them. I also like dipping scrambled eggs into ketchup. I don't know if I just lost some of you. Actually, we're probably deep in the video. It doesn't matter anymore. But How Far I'll Go, you know, the probably dopest song in Disney. Actually, no, there's some like good ones, but this is up there. Do you like the movie version or the Alicia Cara version? Because I personally... No, I'm not going to say think. I know that the Alicia Cara version is better than the movie version. I think they're both dope. Don't get me wrong. But, big butt, Gauruv, big butt. Okay, sorry. Big butt. The Alicia Cara version is way better. I said it. So Moana's dope, 9 out of 10. Which version of How Far I'll Go do you like better? Or which one is better? And... this is the right answer. Thor Ragnarok. I'm gonna go 9.3 out of 10. I think it was just really solid as a Marvel movie. Also, Taika Waititi directed it, so it was really funny, and I just really liked it. You know, it's just a classic, solid Marvel movie. 9.3 out of 10, you know? Ted 2, 9 out of 10. I know it's weird to give, like, round scores, but 9 out of 10, 9.0. Actually, I gave a 9.0 earlier to Hangover 3. Didn't I? Okay, well, what did I just say about fallacies, I guess? And the hypocrisy runs deep. But Ted 2, 9 out of 10. It was really solid. I think maybe the first Ted, a little better. But this one was different. It was like a whole different story. It kind of takes like a different direction in Mark Wahlberg's life. But it was good. It was good. If you like Ted 1, or that's not, they don't call it Ted 1. It's just Ted. No, but if you like Ted, you would love Ted 2. You would love Ted 2 as well. Okay. Coffee and Kareem. 2.9 out of 10? It was like the day before school started or whatever. I was just trying to look on Netflix for like a quick comedy movie to ease the nerves of like starting school again. Coffee and Kareem has Ed Helms. It's just like ridiculous, but it's like funny. I'm never gonna watch it again, but it was cool. You know, maybe watch it with a friend, make some jokes about it. But yeah, don't watch it by yourself. Because the funniest part will be the jokes that you and your friend come up with. It won't come from the movie. Hit and Run, 6.3 out of 10. It was a solid movie, I'm not gonna lie, you know. It did earn a 6.3 out of 10, but who cares about what I have to say? It's a comedy, it gets a little weirdly serious, there's some action. So if you like Dax Shepard's like style, if you like Kristen Bell, they're both dope in the movie. Highly recommend it. I gave it a 6.3 out of 10. What am I talking about? And lastly, Men in Black International, 4.7 out of 10. It's super, like, well produced and stuff, but the plot sucks ass, man. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't pay attention to the plot. Like I said, I like Transformers. The new Star Wars, not that bad, but the more I read about them, yeah, you know, I don't really care about plot. I just want to hear jokes and like see a nice piece of art, media, you know, video. What is going on? So I don't really pay attention to the plot. But this movie's plot was so fucking weird that I could not pay attention to it. Like, I won't spoil much. That's a weird thing to say. You either spoil or you don't. I won't spoil a lot. I'll just tell you this person dies at the end. No one dies at the end. Well, maybe they do, but I hate when people say fake spoilers, because when they say a fake spoiler and they're like, it's okay, it's a fake spoiler, that is a spoiler. Because them saying something like, oh, let's say someone dies, and they're like, no, that's just a fake spoiler. Well, that's a spoiler, because that means that person doesn't die. So just don't, just shut up. Okay, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my hands. You see that? They're like, I don't want to, earning my signaling merit badge from Boy Scouts? Okay. What even was this? No, I wouldn't even get the merit badge. What is it? Oh man, and you have to use flags. I'm just using my arms. These are like flag poles. You know, look how skinny they are. Okay. What was I talking about? Okay. Of the plot of this movie. Literally, Tessa Thompson, the main character, I think her name is Agent M. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly, so we'll call her Agent Tessa Thompson. Agent TT, she becomes part of the Men in Black in like the first 15, 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Oh my god. The first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie, she just becomes a Men in Black agent. Just like that, you know? Just boom. Well, imagine that snap. It took 20 minutes. That's how fast it was. And then, like, other stuff happens. It is just weirdly fast, you know? And so I was like, I don't care about plot. You know, I like action. I like Thor in that movie. I like Valkyrie in the movie. But, you know, that's why it earned like a, what was it, 4.7 out of 10? I don't remember. It earned a sub 5 rating because the plot was just weird. It's a dope movie. Like, watch it with a friend or whatever. I keep saying, watch it with a friend. You watch my videos. You don't have friends. I'm sorry. That's not true. I'm projecting because I don't have friends. Oh, just got a text from my sister asking me if I want Starbucks. See? I don't have friends, so I have to let my family do nice things for me. Okay. Also, I get lemon loaves from Starbucks. Is that controversial? I hope not. But yeah, those were all my movie ratings of the, like, what, 34, I think, movies I've watched in the past 30 days. If you made it this far in the video, bless your heart. Make sure you leave a like on this video so that I know you like it. It does mean a lot. Like, it doesn't probably mean anything to you, but every like is like super meaningful to me. Make sure you subscribe. Also, if you're not subscribed, that helps me out a lot. I know it doesn't like do anything for you, but it helps me out a lot. Also, you know what? Because this is this kind of video, let me just plug everything. If you want to join my Discord, you know, sometimes we have game nights. My Discord's always in the description of every video. So if you want to join, totally join. If you go to Davis, you'll find a little community there. Join my Discord, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, I guess there's only one more review to do. This video, 6.9 out of 10. Nice.
You keep calling me when you're lonely inside. Though I made it clear I don't care. I gave you one last chance, but you messed up once again.
I'm so immature. Okay.